Get up, you son of a bitch! Cause Punch Drunk loves ya.
Get it like, get it like, get it like, get the light beat going, and get the light, and get the light beat going, and get the light, and get the light beat going, get the light, get the light beat going, get the light, yeah. And I'll say it, and you lay it, crossover, spin move, jump shot, J. The voice of Harlem, yes indeed. Let me tell you what I need. I need money, don't need fame.
What?
No beef, no 50, no game. I keep it tight, with all my might. You know how I'm doing. I don't even need no music. No music.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're in this side of heaven. God bless you all. Oh, yeah. I wanted to talk about boxing. Yeah, this time of the day. Savage in the building. What's good, man? Damn, me like, yo, Punch, why you going this late? Damn, 3 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, man. It is what it is. Y'all already know that boxing don't sleep. Boxing is a world sport, 24 hours. You already know, man. And we on the social media platforms. You feel me? Everybody up. Either you coming out the club, you going to the little restaurants and stuff like that. Get you something get you something to eat before going to the crib or going to the telly or whatever you're doing and stuff like that. On your way in the Uber driving, you can listen to Punch Drunk Boxing. Why not? Why not? Hangover recap. Y'all already know. Hangover recap. He said, just got at the party, right, Savage? Yeah, just got at the party, little Henny, little Remy Martin, little, cocktails and stuff like that. You know what, man? Let's listen to Punch. What he got to say? I know everybody was out there last night on Netflix. It was for free. Y'all ain't had to pay for no pay-per-view. So I ain't hear nobody saying, I ain't gonna pay for no damn pay-per-view for real. I ain't gonna be watching no dang Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua and charging me $60, $70, $80 and stuff like that. You ain't had to complain. You went to the bar, you went to the party, you had a fight party, you was in a crib, you was on your phone, you watched it, you already got Netflix anyway. A lot of people's talking about it. A lot of people's giving a lot of credit to Jake Paul. And then a lot of people saying, why did you run? A lot of people is discrediting Jake Paul. A lot of people is giving credit to Jake Paul. And if you're familiar with the channel, I always say, hey, yo, what Jake Paul is doing, man, I think it's good for boxing. I think he sustains the eyeballs in the sport of boxing. I think he's captivated the imaginations and the imaginations of the sports fan. Because for how long we've been saying, yo, boxing is dying. Boxing is nowhere. Nobody paying attention to the sport of boxing. Your boxing is boring. Boxing is a niche sport. In the end of the day, let me say it like this. I don't think that no American boxer has brought eyes to the sport of boxing quite like Jake Paul. Ain't nobody. Hey, yo, you could tell your boxing content creator to check your analytics and you tell me how many. Look, and I'm going to give you an example right here. I'm going to give you an example because, Punch Drunk Boxing, we transparent over here. We highly transparent. Let me see. Let me get. This is boxing, and any boxing content creator, if they want to show you this, it will probably look like this. This is their analytics. Okay, see that? That means no teenagers is watching boxing content creation, right? Put it this way. Look. 18 to 24. How many percent? 3.8. That means we don't got young adults listening to hardcore boxing content creation. You know where they at? The Misfits. You know where they at? Shout out to the Misfits. Shout out to Aiden Ross. Shout out to Vargas, Dean the Great. And we're going to be talking about shout out to Jake Paul. Shout out to Logan Paul. Shout out to KSI. Shout out to those guys. Right? Your hardcore boxing platforms going to look like this. Look, 35 to 44, 25 to 35. We got more elders. We got more elderly people watching boxing content creators, hardcore boxing. And And you know what? I think that the misfits, the influencers, the Jake Pauls of the world is actually level. It's keeping boxing alive. It's keeping boxing. Oh, it may not be like boxing, the purity of boxing or the sweet signs alive, but it's keeping boxing alive in terms of just boxing. You understand what I'm trying to say? And I'm not talking about the sport of boxing. Keeping boxing. See, at the end of the day, everybody like a good fight. Everybody like a fight. All right, it might not be a good fight, but everybody is intrigued with a fight. Hey, you could be watching a basketball game in Madison Square Garden. If a fight break loose, everybody turn their head to that fight. Put it this way. Y'all remember Gervonta Davis versus Hector Luis Garcia? I think it was a Hector Luis Garcia fight out there in Washington, D.C. When a fight broke loose. And even Gervonta Davis and Hector Luis Garcia stopped fighting and started looking at the crowd. Remember, it was I think it was Wallow. Wallow was trying to break it up with Gilly the Kid was trying to break it up. Hey, yo, let me tell you like this. Even the boxers was outside. They stopped. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Anthony, Savage, Ernest in the building. Y'all remember that? That's how much people are just intrigued with boxing. If you in the mall right now and there's a cat fight that two girls are just fighting each other and stuff like that, boom. Everybody looking at that fight. It don't matter who they are. Everybody's intrigued with a fight. Everybody is intrigued with the sport. Grown man back in the days or my era, if you got a problem with a dude, you'd be like, hey, yo, man, let's shoot the 5 and let's shake hands. I don't rock with the jumping of the people. I don't like to see that. I don't like to see people get jumped. A fair one. Let's shoot the fair one. Well, you know what I'm saying? And then you shake hands, and guess what? You become best friends. Because the respectable level is there, because y'all handle y'all business highly respectable, right? When you say let's shoot the 5, let's shoot the fair one, and then y'all shake hands, boom. Those type of, I'm gonna say it like this. In the with experience, those guys become your good friends because you know that he's gonna give you a fair one. You know, it's a fair thing. It's a mano a mano. You know what I'm saying? We can't argue. You know what I'm saying? We can't argue. You don't want to argue with a dude. You don't go back and forth arguing with a dude. We can't do that, right? You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense. Grown-ass men arguing with each other and stuff like, yeah. I mean, we argue and debate about sports. You know what I'm saying? But or just argue, fuck you, nigga, you ain't gonna do shit, motherfucker, blah, 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 blah. Even spitting at a dude is highly disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? See, spitting at a dude's face, that's like, all right, man, forget about the 1D. That could go into the pam, 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 pam. That's see? But shooting the fair one, shoot the 5, that's what we all about, right? Boxing is not dying. Maybe the morality of the sweet science, you know what I'm saying? The morality of the sweet science, maybe it's dying. Maybe it's just not attractive anymore. But the fight game is keeping boxing alive out here in America. And let me say it like this. A lot of people be like, oh, man, I don't want to watch that shit. You watching it, all right? Because we was talking about it. And everybody watching it. All right? Everybody watching it. Everybody watching it. Let me tell you, I'm gonna give you an example, bro. If I was at a spot yesterday, right? We was in a bar yesterday. Shout out to Mama Sushi out there in the BX. Shout out to Mama Sushi, right? We was watching the Knick game. Me and my boys was watching the Knick game. And then I'm like, hey, yo, you gonna be watching the Jake Paul? And I had my phone, I had the Netflix and stuff like that. Yo, put the fight. They put the fight. And let me tell you like this, to be honest. If it was Navarrete versus Conceicao, that ball would have never put the fight. If it was Naoya and Uwe fight, they would have never put the fight. I'll be honest. I'm going to say it like this. Even if it was Bud Crawford versus Madrimov, they wouldn't put the fight. If it was Teofimo Lopez versus Steve Clackett, they would never put the fight. If it was Shakur Stevenson versus Autumn, they never would have put the fight. The whole spot was engaged. Everybody was having little dinner, little drinks, little hookah stuff with their partners and with their crews and stuff like that. As soon as they put Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, I'm gonna say it like this. Most of the people didn't even know who Anthony Joshua was. Most of the people didn't even know who Anthony Joshua was. They just watching Jake Paul. They putting it in the putting it in the bar. I get out the spot to do a video. There's another spot across the street, and they talking about Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul. He said, bro, I live in Florida, and I can't find any local ball that even play the fights anymore. Facts. Yo, facts, my brother. Facts. Mr. Liquid said, yo, bro, I live in Florida and I can't find any local bars that even play the fights anymore. They don't. They don't. Trust me, bro. Let me tell you like this, folks. Before creating Punch Drunk Boxing, the YouTube channel, I was going to create also a bar hopping YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bar hopper. I like going to the bars. I like watching sports. That's my safe haven, ladies and gentlemen. I like watching the Knick game on bars around Madison Square Garden. I just like to be around my sports fanatics. I like being around my fellow Knick fans, right? If you're watching baseball in the summer, sometimes go to the bar right across the street from Yankee Stadium. You see all the Yankee fans. Woo, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I like happy hour. I just like it. I like going to the bar sometimes in the early afternoon to watch the NFL, or maybe in the evening. I like to go to the bar Thursday night to watch the NFL. I just like watching. I like watching sports in the bar. And let me tell you like this: they don't show boxing no more. Nobody talks about boxing no more like that. As a matter of fact, these fighters don't even fight enough. These fighters, these high-profile, high-skillful fighters don't even fight enough. How many times Shakur Stevenson fought this year? How many times Teofimo Lopez fought this year? How many times Bud Crawford fought this year? Oh, yeah, we got Bud Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez. But how many times did Bud Crawford, that's supposed to be the face of boxing, right? The guy that took the face of boxing from Canelo Alvarez, when he's going to fight again? Oh, no, he just retired. Poof. Okay, we're never going to see him again. You remember back in the days, they do fight parties? Hey, yo, people don't do no fight parties like that no more. Ain't nobody coming over. Ain't nobody going to chip in. They don't know the fighters. They don't know. I remember even several years ago when Deontay Wilder was still a champion, I told my boy, he was a hardcore boxing fan. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you 3 instances. I went to the barbershop. Right? And I said, yo, Anthony Joshua is facing Joseph Parker. That was in the afternoon. We was in the barbershop. I put the fight. Nobody was paying attention to the fight. They know Anthony Joshua and Joseph Parker. All right, man. Later on, then I remember I was in the barbershop and I told my boys, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, Keith Thurman versus Danny Swift Garcia, CBS. Let's watch the fight. Boom. My boy, he shut the barbershop. He closed the gate. Everybody was out there. And I felt like, damn, man. Because the first round was good. The second round was good. But then they started toning out. Oh, man, this shit ain't like back in the days and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? In the second half of the Keith Thurman and Danny Swift Garcia fight, it wasn't too many actions, right? Boom, I told my boy, right? Used to do fight parties, but the thing is that everybody in the hood just stopped watching boxing, right? I think they got mad over that Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. I believe, after that, a lot of people stopped being boxing fans, right? And then the controversy with the Canelo Alvarez and Triple G and him popping dirty, and then the scorecards, and then the boring fight of Tyson Fury versus Klitschko. A lot of people was getting turned off for the sport of boxing. But then, let me see. Yeah, look, hold on. Give me a shot. And then, right? I told my boy, yo, Deontay Wilder, yo. I'm like, yo, Deontay Wilder's knocking everybody else out. He like, yeah, who that? Yo, I'm telling you, yo, he good. I'm like, yo, my bro, yo, he's like a freak of nature. And I'm telling everybody, because I'm going to tell you the truth. In my crew, I'm the only boxing guy. Nobody watch boxing no more, right? So I made these dudes in the barbershop. I said, yo, let's watch Deontay Wilder. And he was knocking everybody else out. And he fought the Polish dude, right? And that was the fight that Deontay Wilder took a long time to knock out. He ain't looked that special or nothing, or how I was describing him and knocking the people out. And then the whole crew, man, this shit is whack. And they turned this shit off. And I'm like, damn, man. Even Deontay Wilder made me look bad when I was trying to, you know what I'm saying, prompt the sport of boxing. But anyway, man, we got to understand that boxing needs entertainment, and not just entertainment in the ring, but entertainment outside of the ring, right? The whole week, just think about this week. And that's why I said entertaining stupidity, right? Just think about the week. This week, we had the Misfits. We had Andrew Tate. We had Dean the Great. We had the Vargas. I'm not talking about Emiliano. I'm talking about the other Vargas brother that be on Misfits, right? Son of a legend. Son of a legend. He's like, man, I didn't want to take this shit serious. I could get way more money over here. Right? We had Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. We had Bud Crawford retiring. And we had Clarissa Shields in the Breakfast Club that made that looked at man dumb out there. Now put it this way. We had Bud Crawford retiring, ladies and gentlemen. This is like, let's be real right now. The Michael Jordan of boxing right now just retired. And it got overwhelmed by the Misfits and Jake Paul. The Michael Jordan, imagine if Michael Jordan would have retired, right? They had Michael Jordan retire. And then it get overshadowed by And1. Skip to Malou is going to be playing Ali Mo. hey, Michael Jordan just retired, but you know it's going to get overshadowed by the professor versus one-on-one with Jason Williams. The battle of the white chocolates. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen? The Misfits and Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua overshadowed the retirement of Terrence Bud Crawford. Yo, by the time Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, ain't nobody talking about Bud Crawford no more. Ain't nobody talking about it on ESPN, no nothing. Nobody's talking about it no more. Even the hardcore boxing fan, they ain't talking. That's it. All right, retire, get the hell out of here. All right, we're going to watch the Misfits. We're going to watch Andrew Tate. We're going to watch Dean the Great. We've seen Dean the Great. We've seen Dean the Great embarrassed, humiliated, talked about Fernando Vargas' wife, the mother of the 3 kids, bruh. Yo, let me say it like this, ladies and gentlemen. The world, especially in America, I'm not even going to say the world, but America doesn't respect boxers anymore. Let's be real, let's be honest. Back in the days, the boxers, even your Golden Glove champion was the champ of the block. Hey, yo, champ. You remember back in the days that even your Golden Glove champion was highly respected in your neighborhood. Hey, yo, he could fight. Yo, he the champ. Hey, yo, I'm going to say it like this. A world champion today in the sport of boxing could walk around your way and you don't give a damn about him. Before it was fighters disrespecting fighters. Now it's just regular motherfuckers disrespecting these fighters. Back in the days, the world champion in the sport of boxing was the champion of the world. A heavyweight world champion was a king of the world, bro. Just didn't have no damn royalty, didn't have no palace or nothing like that. But a heavyweight champion back in the days. That person was looked upon a man that could beat every man in the world. That was like superhero. The superhero in the flesh was heavyweight world champion Mike Tyson. You remember back in the days when you used to be like, "Hey, yo, man, would you get $1 million if you get punched by Mike Tyson?" You remember you used to think about that? You remember back in the days when they used to be like, hey, yo, would you let Mike Tyson punch you in the face for $1 million? You were like, hey, yo, Mike Tyson used to get invited by royal palaces back in the days. Mike Tyson couldn't even get invited to the White House now. Yo, you remember back in the days, the respect that we gave fighters? Sugar Ray Leonard was a king. Roberto Duran was a king. Even when Oscar De La Hoya was in his prime, hey, yo, we ain't never seen nothing like Oscar De La Hoya to this day. A lot of people be saying, oh, no, yo, and Ryan Garcia, man, he ain't never seen that. Like Oscar De La Hoya Oscar De La Hoya, it was a concert. Oscar De La Hoya was so in the top of the game that Oscar De La Hoya dropped an album that was nominated for 2 Grammys. That's how much, Oscar De La Hoya was so in the top of his game that he was singing like, what's his name? Julio Iglesias, bro. Nominated for 2 Grammys, my brother. Because you're crazy and I love you and you're nasty and you're loving to me because I don't know. Yo, Oscar, yo, come on, bruh. Man, he brought, yo, 60% of the fee, 60%, and it was, he was a rock star, bruh. He was a rock star, bruh. He was not even singing La Bamba. He was singing like, and because you're right, and I love you so much, because you're sexy, you're beautiful. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. Yo. I'm telling you, man. Oscar the original. He's the original pretty boy, bro. You damn right. Yo, ain't nobody was messing with Oscar de la Hoya. Oscar de la Hoya was the man, bro. Oscar de la Hoya was the man. Yo, world champion now, man. Come on, man. Nobody give a damn. Hey, yo, you praising. Hey, yo, you praising. We praising. Yo, Jake Paul just went 6th round with Anthony Joshua. I don't give a damn if he got knocked down. Oh, he was running. Shut the F up. No. Wait a minute. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest, folks. Because over here on Punch on Boxing, how many times did I got in debates? How many times I made a video? Hey, yo, stop running. Remember, just last year or the beginning of the year, we were talking about, the no Tom and Jerry. No Tom and Jerry's. No, Punch, you got to understand that what Devin Haney does and what Shakur Stevenson does, that's the sweet science, brother. That's the sweet science. It's the hit and not get hit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Jake Paul was fighting just like that yesterday. Yeah. He was fighting just like that. The sweet signs of boxing, which I tell me, you be hating on Devin Haney. He didn't run. You Oscar, you know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson, he didn't run. I mean, that's the sweet signs. What did Ed De Los Santos do, though? He didn't cut the ring off. Hey, yo, ladies and gentlemen, what Jake Paul was doing for the first 6 rounds or the first 5 rounds, people in the sport of boxing said that's the sweet science and it's the hit and not get hit. And y'all come over here to Punch on Boxing and y'all tell me, no, Punch, you don't understand the sweet science. That is hit and not get hit. When Jake Paul just did just that. The only thing that he didn't have is stamina. I'm going to say like that, if Jake Paul had the stamina of Shakur Stevenson and Devin the Dream Haney, man, he'll go 12 rounds. And y'all all should have been saying, that's the sweet science. Like I come over here and tell me about the Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson and stuff like that. Shout out to Shakur Stevenson, going to be fading Teofimo Lopez January 31st. I got Teofimo Lopez beating Shakur Stevenson. But nonetheless, Jake Paul did a great job. What do you expect from Jake Paul that started boxing 6 years ago versus Anthony Joshua, a gold Olympic medalist, an Olympian? 2-time former unified champion, a power hitter. What do you expect? I hear people say, oh my God, well, that's good. That's good for Jake Paul. Well, at least Jake Paul had the balls to train with high-profile fighters, high-profile trainers, and then get in the ring versus Anthony Joshua. We're still begging damn Canelo Alvarez to get in the ring with David Benavidez. We ain't seen Boots versus Virgil. Boots ain't even want to face Virgil. He declined. Boots ain't even want to face Teofimo Lopez. He declined. When we gonna see Gervonta Tan Davis versus Shakur? Gervonta Tan Davis versus Devin? Gervonta Tan Davis versus CEO? Jake Paul in 6 years of learning how to fight, and I'm not fighting professionally, learning how to fight, had the balls, the particular fortitude, the mental fortitude to step inside a ring with Anthony Joshua, a future Hall of Famer, a prime heavyweight, right? And he got put down twice, and he got back up. You don't respect Jake Paul, I don't know what's wrong with you. If you do not respect Jake Paulie, I don't know what's wrong with you. Bro, Jake has done so much for boxing because since he started this influence boxing, then all of a sudden everybody wanted to get in the ring. Facts. And shout out to the other influencers getting inside the ring. Because I hear a lot of boxing content creators shit on them, but a lot of us ain't stepping inside the ring. I'm training. I want to get an exhibition. Oh yeah, I'm open for it. I'm open for it. Yes, Jake Paul has motivated me and inspired me to get inside that ring. I do my little training here and there, but you know what? I want to compete. I want to compete. You know why I want to compete? You know why? Because the boxers, the professional boxers, they just don't perform enough. They just don't. They don't quench the thirst of the boxing fans, nor they quench the thirst of the sports fans. It's not enough. You know, I'm not mad that Bud Crawford is retired. Retire. Good. Great. You will accomplish so much, but I'm not going to see you till next year. Anyway, it's like you're retired anyway. You guys don't sustain the sport like Jake Paul. You guys don't. None of you guys. None of you guys. How you expect people to understand who you are or know who you are when you're fighting 2 times a year, 1 time a year, and then that time of year is on pay-per-view or on the app on the Zone, which regular people don't even know what the Zone is. Yo, put it this way. Talk to a regular sports fan and tell them how you spell the Zone. And they'll be like, the Zone, Thezone. They don't even know what the Zone is. They're not going to say DZNA. The Zone. Let's Google the Zone. Let's see. The Zone. Let's say. I'll Google the Zone. They're going to be like this. Watch. They're going to Google. Can I watch the fight here? Look, they're going to be like this. Wait a minute. They're going to be like, what's the zone most commonly referred as a state of heightened focus? A lot of people, there was people out there like, yo, what are you talking about, man? I told y'all, folks, boxing needs the gray white hype. Yeah, don't get mad at me. I'm telling you, I'm keeping it real. Just like Mexican fans need the next Mexican after Canelo Alvarez. Is it going to be David Benavidez? Is it going to be Virgil Ortiz? Is it going to be Bam Rodriguez? Who is going to pass? Who is going to get the torch and you know what I'm saying, and sustain the Mexican fan base? Because every year we need that Oscar de la Hoya. We need the Fernando Vargas. They need that Julio Cesar Chavez. They need the Salvador Sanchez. They need the Morales Barreras and stuff like that, because that's one of the most lucrative fan base in the sport of boxing in North America. The Black American fans want it's going to be Bud Crawford. It's going to be Shakur Stevenson. It's going to be Devin Haney. It's going to be Gervonta Tank Davis. Huh? The UK want their champion as well. Is it going to be Anthony Joshua? Is it going to be Ben Whittaker? Is it going to be, you know what I'm saying? They got Tyson Fury, right? Ukraine got there. You got Usyk. You got Lomachenko just retired. The Kazakhstan is looking for Genovic to sustain the interest after Triple G. The Philippines is looking for the next Manny Pacquiao. Guess what? The whites need their fighter. And that man is Jake Paul. Is it good for boxing yesterday? Yes. Misfits, is it great for boxing? Yes. The boxers that was talking so much shit about Jake Paul and the Misfits are now watching them, entertained by them. They got to answer questions to them. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, the sport of boxing, what we deem the sport, where the Canelo Alvarez performs and the Bud Crawford performs in America is dead. Meaning, is dead. Boxing itself, in terms of a prize fighting, is not. Prize fighting is alive and well. The sport of boxing died. Prize fighting is alive and well. Business is booming. And guess what? What I love about boxing. It's like open trade. We're all invited. That's what I love about boxing. We're all invited. If me and a boxing content creator want to get it on, we could go on YouTube and we could sell. We could get respected. Right? That's the beauty of it. The sport of boxing is dead. Throw them belts away. You don't need it no more. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Let's be real. Yo, folks, let's be real. Let's be honest. Come on, let's be honest with ourselves. Because we like to pick and choose. I'm going to tell you like this. All the boxers that got a brand name, they got a name. Drop the belts. Don't pay sanctioning fee. Now, I'm not going to say, or sign up for a fight that you're going to have to fight for a belt. And then after that, don't pay for the sanctioning fee. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying if you got a brand name right now, and Teofimo Lopez could drop his belt right now, and he's gonna fight Shakur Stevenson, and nobody gonna give a damn. We're still gonna be watching Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. If there's no belts on the line, we're not gonna be like, well, you know what? The ring belt is not on the line, and the WBO is on the line. I don't care about the fight. I'm not watching Teo versus Shakur. Am I right or wrong? If Devin Haney drops his belt and say, and he's going to fight Gervonta Tank Davis next, are we going to say, oh, you know what? This is not Gervonta Tank Davis daring to be great. I'm not going to watch Devin Haney versus Tank now. They're not fighting for the belt now. No. Boxing. Now I say to put yourself in position. I think it's good. That's why I say the fighters that got a brand name. You know, boxing, the sport of boxing could be booming, but the people already killed it. And let me say it like this, the boxers kill it themselves as well. If I was a boxer, I will talk my shit, but I will praise my opponent at the same time. I will talk my shit. But I gotta let the people know that when I beat this guy, he was one of the biggest challenges, one of the great fighters that I fought. So I give him major props, right? I actually like how Shakur Stevenson talk his shit, but then get praise to Teofimo Lopez. No, he was undisputed. No, he is dangerous. No, he is a dog. No, he is. I want Teofimo Lopez to do the same shit. Yes, I'm gonna whoop his ass. I'm gonna knock him out and stuff like that. But you know what? And he's saying in interviews as well. Yeah, he's the best fighter on my resume. Yep. Mm-hmm. So when Teofimo Lopez beats Shakur Stevenson, he get massive credit. If Shakur beats Teo, he get massive credit. What's gonna save the sport of boxing? The names gotta fight the names. Fuck the belts. The names have to fight names. Recognized names have to fight recognized names. Do you want the sport of boxing to truly be alive? 2026, names versus names. I don't care what you got. I don't care what title you hold. Name versus name. Meaning, is Shakur versus Teo going to start it off? Jerome Boots Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz. Bam Rodriguez, work your way up to get a fight with Naoya Inoue or Nakatani. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney rematch. Gervonta Tank Davis fights the winner of Shakur Teo or fight the winner of Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney rematch. You give us all them fights for, yes, I want Usyk versus Wilder. I want AJ versus Fury. Gotta happen. The 4 heavyweights that reigned of this era, you got Usyk fighting Wilder, Fury fighting AJ. Great. You got to put that fight. 20, I'm going to tell you like this. If you want the sport of boxing to be alive, the sport of boxing, not just prize fighting, the sport of boxing, that's the only way. Canelo Alvarez, don't retire. Canelo Alvarez, if Bud Crawford wants to come out of retirement, Canelo Alvarez rematch. Charlo versus Plant, Charlo versus Demise Andre. Shut the fuck up. I don't give a damn what y'all say, but Charlo versus Demise, that's a fight that we've been wanting to see. Charlo versus Demise Andre. What are the other fights? We got Thurman going to be facing Fundura. The winner of that fights the winner of Boots and Virgil. Or Charlo could fight the winner. Hey, I want to see Jamel Charlo and the Bud Crawford fight. That'll be a good fight as well. David Benavidez is going to be fighting Zurdo Ramirez. If David Benavidez beats Zurdo Ramirez, go to the heavyweight division and fight Andy Ruiz. You want the sport of boxing to truly sustain itself with momentum after momentum every other week, you got to give us that. You got to give us that. Richardson Hitchens, look, right there. Look, I'm gonna give you an example. If the business of boxing saw that, damn, we like that back and forth between Richardson Hitchens and Keyshawn Davis, put the fight right now. Don't waste no time. Put it down. Yeah. Y'all ain't see the interest. Y'all ain't see the dollars. You gonna see the endorsement. We're not living in a world of marination, ladies and gentlemen. The world of marination. We're living in a world that we don't waste no time no more, bro. We're living in that world. The world of today is the model. I'm not wasting no time. We dying young, and I don't give a damn what no survey say. People are catching cancer young, kidney failure, diabetes. We're dying young. How many times you hear somebody say, yo, they died of cancer at the age of 40, 36, 39? No, we don't got no time. We don't got no time. Yo, even women out there, they don't even got time to be ladies. They're like, fuck, I'm going to be a whore. And the dude's going to stay playing. No, being nice. No, I don't got time to be nice. I got time to be nice. Time to get money, blah, blah, blah. That's it. We're living in that time. We're living in the real world, the REEL. I've been saying it. We're living in the REEL world. Why you think YouTube got shorts? Why you think TikTok is booming? Why you think the IG Reel is booming? Because we're like this. 60 seconds of attention. People ain't looking at the major videos. Nah, no, okay. We living in this world, right, ladies and gentlemen? We living in this world. Give me a sec. We living in this world. We living in this world. Nah, okay. On next. Oh, good. All right. Yeah. All right, next. Okay, wait, I don't care. Oh, yeah? All right, let's move on. Oh, Dave Chappelle. Oh, good. Okay, next. We're living in that world. We don't got no time. We don't got no time. Give us Keyshawn and give us Richardson Hitchens in the co-main event of Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. That's it. What are we going to wait for? Oh, we got to marinate this. Marinate for what? Marinate for what? See, with basketball, since we know there's 82 games and baseball 162 games, there's another game tomorrow. So cool, there's another game tomorrow. There's another game in the next day. If the Knicks play on Wednesday, I miss the game, I'm going to catch them on Friday. In boxing, we're not waiting on boxing no more. Fans are not waiting on boxing anymore. And I'm going to give a shout out to all the boxing content creators because you know what? What we do is the hardest content creation of all sports. We are the most, I'm going to be honest, we're the most creative. I'm talking about the consistent boxing content creators, those who drop videos, lives, independent media work, go out there and travel, because you know and I know, out of all the sports, we don't get the views. Not everybody is showbiz. Not everybody is showbiz. Not everybody is Blue Blood Sports TV. Not everybody is that get these type of numbers. Not everybody go and do a podcast and have a success like the Boxing Voice. No. Most of us don't get those type of numbers, right? We have to make videos out of tweets. We make videos out of IG stories. We make videos assuming shit because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. The worst thing about boxing is that it doesn't have a schedule. We do not know when this person is going to come right back and fight. We do not know. Ladies and gentlemen, can anybody tell me when Devin Haney's going to be fighting next? When is Gervonta Tank Davis going to come right back? Canelo Alvarez, Eddie Reynoso just said that Canelo Alvarez is going to be back for September. He's not coming Cinco de Mayo. September. That's the next time Canelo Alvarez is going to come to fight. September of 2026. How do you expect the fan base to stay glued in the sport of boxing? Them already telling us that Canelo Alvarez is not going to fight till September. Canelo Alvarez have a large fan base, Mexican fan base, lucrative fan base. You just told a whole fan base, don't pay attention to the sport of boxing. Come back next year after the summer. If any promoters, you create a schedule, man. I'm telling you, it will help the sport, bro. It will help the sport. One thing about it is that your boxers doesn't truly engage with the boxing world. Put it this way. Even the boxers don't give a F about boxing content creators. Look at a lot of the, I'm gonna put it like this. Look at a lot of the interviews that boxers do, and then they post it on their social media platform. How many interviews have I done? How many interviews have I done in the past 6-7 years of interviews? I could tell you that 99% was not reposted by that boxer in their social media platform. 99% did not repost that in their social media platform. Meaning, we don't grow. With their social media presence, we don't grow. They don't help this community out. And that's why more and more regular people start disrespecting boxers. Boxers don't let's be real, let's be honest. A lot of boxers don't care about the work that we put in and out in each and every day. They'll have an interview with the Breakfast Club, and guess what? They'll post it on their social media platform every day. They'll post it on their social media platform on Twitter. They post it on their IG. They post it on their TikTok. They'll show Charlemagne the God way more love than a person like Punch Drunk Boxing that speak about them and pump them and promote them each and every day and their fights. They will post it up. They will post an interview with Danza that promote the interview they had with Punch Drunk Boxing or with any other boxing content creator. They'd rather pump them up. That's the only interview they're going to be talking about you. So in all reality, the boxing world, we don't engage. We don't really care for one another and stuff like that. They don't care. They don't care. That's why I got to give props a lot of boxing content creator. Why you think now more than ever that you see way more boxing content creator that says F you to those boxers? They don't give a damn about, they'll speak bad about them. You know why? Because they don't care about us anyway. They don't appreciate us. Shout out to Bill Haney. Bill Haney comes around. Look, put it this way. Bill Haney comes to all the channels, bro. Whether you like his son, whether you hate him. Bill Haney. Man, I wish that more people be like Bill Haney, going on every channel and promote themselves. And guess what? It helps Bill. It helps Bill and Devin Haney. You know why? Because if this channel talks about him, this channel talk about it, this channel talk about him, bro, then they're gonna write about it. Then they're gonna write about it. Then they're engaging. Then they go back to the negotiation table and say, look at my son, Devin Haney versus whoever. Look, they talk about Devin Haney versus Crocker. Look at my son, Devin Haney versus Javon. Look, we're engaging. A lot of people are waiting on us. And that's why they get paid as well. They know how to negotiate and be like, yo, look, we're one of the most trending boxers out there. But how many times did Devin Haney do interviews with us? Think about it. How many times has Bill come to channels and channels, but how many times did Devin Haney come? I don't care. Bill cares. Devin don't. Caesar in the building was good. One of the members of Punch Drunk Boxing. Shout out to Jake Paul, man. Shout out to Jake Paul. Shout out to Anthony Joshua for giving the opportunity to Jake Paul both ways. Yo, Punch, Papa, I got to get to bed. Much love, brother. All right, man, my brother, go do your thing. Get some rest. I just wanted to talk about boxing. Did you see the interview with Clarissa Shields, ladies and gentlemen? Did you see the interview? Hey, yo, shout out to DJ Envy, bro. DJ Envy is a menace, bro. DJ Envy is a menace, bro.
Wanted y'all to fix it.
That takes time. Like it's a divorce. It's not something that.
Cállate, mujer. Who asked you the damn question? Ain't nobody damn asked you the question. Why you speaking on that man's divorce? Hey, not even Papoose was talking about that. Hey, not even Papoose was talking about his divorce. He wasn't talking about Tigre divorce and Raby Moy. Mira hasta Tigre hablando. Yo. Hey, I'm telling you, folks. Yo, by the way, fam, there is 43 people in there. Let's get them likes, guys. Let's go. Let's get them likes. Let me see how many likes. Let me see how many likes. Let me see. Let me see how many likes there is. Let me see. We got 43 people looking on. Let me see. Let me see let me see. Let me see if people are supporting the channel. Hold on. How many likes? I want to see. We got 21 likes, 40. Hey, yo, I'm gonna be like this, man. I've been doing boxing content creator for a long time now. If I still have to say smash the like button, then come on, there's an issue, right? Because at this point, everybody on social media, everybody knows what smashing the like does, right? It works the algorithm. Liking it, then it reaches other people to watch the damn live. Like, help the visibility of the video and the live. Like, are we still living in a world that I have to say smash the like button? Like, for real, like, come on, man. I feel like that's the first. When you go to somebody's house, you ring the doorbell. Smashing the like button is like ringing the doorbell. Put it that way. Ding dong. Okay, we here. Clarissa and Papoose, I wonder how they met. Yo, I don't. Yo, any grown folks, put it this way, any grown folk, man or female, understands when they watch Papoose and Clarissa Shields. That's why I think that many looking at this situation and like wisdom, everybody's speaking of wisdom and experience. Like at a certain point, let me tell you like this, folks. Let's be real, let's be honest. At a certain age, and if you're a man that been out there and dating and wifing up girls and marriage and let me tell you like this. I think at my experience, I think I've been in almost every situation with a woman, right? And I'm talking about this marriage, on the verge of marriage, on the verge of being married, baby mama, kid out of wedlock, kids with family. I've messed with a chick, one and done. You know what I'm saying? Dating a friend and then figure out like, damn, while we dated each other, we should have stayed as friends. What else? One night stand. I said the one night stand, right? Ghosting. You've ghosted a chick. You've been a rebound to a chick. She been a rebound to you. Two rebound people going together. Think that everything is all great, and then you actually meet each other, and then you go your separate ways. Date single girls that date a single girl while you had a kid, but they didn't have a kid. Dating a girl that had a kid when you ain't had a kid. Dating a girl that has a kid and you got a kid. Dating, effing a chick that's married, effing a chick that's in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think at this age, I've been in every situation. You know what I'm saying? Threesome with a chick, every situation. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point, so from experience, I know certain terminology. When Papoose is saying, oh, this is my best friend, my man, at the age of, he's 47 years old, calling somebody his best friend, man. We don't say that shit. Best friend. Bro, man. Ladies and gentlemen, I look at Clarissa Shields like a newbie, like she don't know what's going on. I look at Clarissa Shields like she's blind and it will take over your mind. That's how that's how people at a certain age with experience is looking at her like, yo, ese tigre is you going to fall in the deep hole in depression because you don't know what's coming. There's certain, ladies and gentlemen, look, she didn't even know what's her place, even in that interview. I'll give you an example. A dude that's dealing with a woman with got kids, right? Most of us as guys out here in the chat, right? A dude that's dealing with a woman that got kids, he don't butt in with his situation. He don't butt in. He don't want to have a say. He don't want to have a conversation. He don't even want to know the details. You deal with your baby daddy. You get that right? Your comfortability comes in when you have a great relationship with your baby daddy, right? Like real mature people. I'm gonna say it like this: real mature people. I would rather date a woman, right? If she got a baby daddy, she's a single mom. I would rather date her if she tells me, oh, you know what I'm saying? This dude don't take care of his kids. I got him on child support and stuff like that. I don't want to deal with that woman. I'd rather hear a woman say, yo, nah, me and my kids' fathers is great. We in great relation. We have great friendship. We have great co-parenting. And then me as a mature person going into a situation with a mature woman, that's how you deal with things. Because then you're going to have to deal with somebody's kids. Clarissa Shields is not invited to the little birthday party that they had for the golden child, for Papoose and Remy Ma's daughter. She was not invited. Who wants to be in a relationship like that? You are nobody. You are nobody, Clarissa. You are nobody. That means it's toxic. It's too toxic. Man, if I was dating, if I'm dating, if I was single. I was single and my ex-wife finds a new husband to the point, and then the kids, hey, como está, hombre? You're gonna be around my kids. So first, I want to know who you are because you're gonna be around my kids and stuff like that. But I will be cordial, and he will be respectful and be cordial to the father of the kids. That's mature. My woman, you talking about this man's, he's not even divorced. And you know what made it look stupid in that bar in the Breakfast Club is that she says, like, for real, that's old news. We've been together for 1.5 years, going on 2 years. Estúpida, you're gonna go on 2 years, and he's still married. You should have stopped. Hey, Clarissa, she should have stopped herself right there when she said, you know what I'm saying? Like, this old, I know where we bring it up. We've been together for 1 year. She's moved on. We've been together for 1.5 years and almost 2 years. If she's moved on and you've been together for 1.5 years, going on 2 years, your question should have been, then motherfucker, damn, we're about to be 2 years. How you still married with the bitch? That should have been your fucking question. You should have stopped yourself. Think about it, me. Say, now, men. You with your girl. She's still married with the dude. We've been together for 1.5 years, going on 2 years, man. When that? I mean, y'all got enough money to, you know what I'm saying, to get a divorce real quick, man. Y'all still getting married after 2 years? What's happening and shit like that? What the hell is happening? I mean, what's going on? What's the holdup? What's the holdup? She said, I mean, they divorced and got paperwork. Papoose ain't saying shit. You saw the whole interview? He ain't saying nothing about that. He didn't repeat. He didn't say, you're right. He didn't say nothing. This girl don't know what the hell is going on. And the world of boxing, and people be like, hey, yo, Punch, why are you talking about that, man? That's some drama shit. That's some gossip shit. Shut the fuck up. I don't give a damn. I'm a boxing channel. I'm talking about a boxer. And yes, we dive into their personal lives when they put their personal lives in our faces. How about that? If you don't want me to talk about your personal life, don't put your personal life in social media platform. You doing an interview, I'm going time and on interview. Just like when fucking Adrian Broner was showing his damn belly and stuff like that, almost butt ass nigga, we didn't need to talk about it. Just like Earl Spitz had a car accident. It has nothing to do with boxing. We had to talk about his car accident, right? Just like Gervonta Tan Davis manhandling his baby mama that time in the arena, we had to talk about it. Clarissa Shields, we're going to talk about it. No, it's not old news because the man is still married. How about him being married is not old news? It's the current state of his relationship. It's his current status. Clarissa, he can't propose to you because he's still married. He's going to have a wife and a fiance at the same time. It's not old news. It's not old news. Hey, yo, men, can you imagine your girl is a wife to a man and you propose to her? Can you imagine? Hey, yo, any men out here in the chat, would you propose to a married woman? Yes or no? And if any woman out here, would you say yes to a man that proposed to you, knowing that he's still the husband of a wife? Let's see how that makes sense. Does that make sense, Clarissa? Hey, yo, read the signs, stupid. Read the signs. Read the signs, man. I'm not saying as a viewer that I don't want a person not to be in love and be respected and blah, blah, blah. All I'm saying is, just like we say about certain fighters that women are their downfall, or just like we were saying, Devin Haney is in a bad situation with that Taz Angel girl. Hey, Javante San Davis in that bad situation with that baby mama that put shit stains on his toothbrush, right? We called it out. Hey, yo, man, this dude got to leave that woman alone and stuff like that. Hey, yo, T from Lopez got to leave that wifey alone and stuff like that. Look like it's stressing that motherfucker out. We see when we see that if something is detrimental, we call it out. We saw Clarissa Shields in her last fight looking like in the worst shape of her career. In her worst shape of her career. We see, Diablo, esa tigre está entregado, right? Like she's in an obsession mode. Maybe what we see, men could see the insecurities of Clarissa Shields. Clarissa Shields may be more insecure because the person that got her a lucrative deal is the same man que se lo está metiendo a ella. So now she's way into deep. Now some people, I'm gonna say it like this, and that we grown out here. Some people stay with certain people because they feel like they owe them. They feel like staying with them is because they feel like they owe them. See, Clarissa Shields now is way too deep because now she's just not in love. She's now with the person that secured her biggest contract. So now you're dating a celebrity. You never heard a celebrity that said, I want to date Clarissa Shields. You never heard a celebrity say that Clarissa Shields is una bellaca. You never heard a celebrity says, you know what, damn, she's a sexy woman. And you ain't never heard that before. So she's like, oh my God, a celebrity is into me. Oh my God. We see right through it. And we're saying, damn. They asked her the other day in the interview, they asked her, Clarissa Shields, what you want, a boy or a girl? She said, a boy. Why she wants a boy and not a girl? Why you want a boy and not a girl? You know why you want a boy and not a girl? Because Remy Ma exposed Papoose that he doesn't like his son because his son is a transgender. So now, assumption, and I'm going by what's on the surface, Remy Ma said that Papoose doesn't get along with his son because his son is a transgender. Right? So he don't feel like he got a son. So now Clarissa Shields is trying to give Papoose something that he feel, assumption, that he lost. That's why she says that she don't want to go. See, she want to give Papoose something that Remy Ma hasn't given him. That's why, what's your plans for 2026? Have a baby. Yo, fellas, if you meet a girl and you dating her, that's not your wife. You a rebound. You just, hey, yo, men, you just coming off a 15-year marriage. Papoose already got kids that is adults. You think coming out of 15-year marriage, I'm going to court to fight for visitation, for kids, my house, my income, y mujer, tú estás hablando de que tú in 2026 that you want a baby. Hey, yo, Papoose, get a vasectomy right now. Man, talk to me. Am I right or wrong? You think that's the last thing a man want to hear, bruh? Tell me an interview you heard Papoose saying that I want to have a kid with Clarissa Shields. You know why he says I want to be Clarissa? He says best friend. You know what that's a signal of? You're a great companion. I don't want nothing else. You don't want kids with your best friend. He at that age, you are a good companion to him. He said, you got to learn the language, woman. And me as a man, I'm telling Clarissa Shields what it is. You're not in now for him. You're just a companion. And you don't want to get married. You don't want to go through that shit again. He don't want to have kids. No, he don't want no setback. That's a setback. And then Clarissa, you got to understand in this relationship, you're the dislike one. People are looking at Papoose. ¿Qué tú estás haciendo con esa mujer que tiene una boquita así? Man, what are you doing, my brother? What is it? You like butchy women? You like women that has, you know what I'm saying? Because Remy Ma is a rapper. You know, that's real. That's real. A Manfield. And she's a boxer. Yeah, what are you into? And Remy Ma as a 50-year-old look younger than the 30-year-old lady. Hey, yo, in my line, I'm flying. This is my opinion too, and I know you listening. Remy Ma look younger than Clarissa Shields. Remy Ma thing is way more put together than Clarissa Shields. My brother, I'm gonna tell you like a man, bro. Another man will tell you, you are downgrading yourself. Hey, y'all, keep it real. That's the way that I am with my friends. I'm like that with my friends. I tell them the truth. Yo, when my boy tell me, yo, what you think about homegirl? I'd be like, my man, come on, man. Stop, bro. Hey, yo, I keep it real with my friends. You know what? Yo, one time we in a spot, we in a club, right? And my boy telling me, my boy Mary, right? He go, hey, yo, this chick, man, she all over me, yo. She all over me. I'm like, she aight, but she ain't worth it for you to slip up and then your wife finds you with that. Like, if you go and cheat, bro, cheat to the, if you go and cheat, and I know this is not going to happen and stuff like that, but cheat to the point where if your wife catches you, she'd be like, damn, but she is pretty though. Motherfucker, why you going to cheat me with that one? But she looking at it like Diablo put up shit. You know what I'm saying? I said, yo, my man, hey, yo, bro, yo, she want me to go. She want me to leave with her. Yo, I think I'm going to go. And he a little tipsy. I'm like, yo, my man, bro, yo, right now. You know what I told my boy? I said, yo, my man, go to the bathroom right now. Yo, jerk that shit off and come right back out. You're going to see that's it. I'm like, damn, for real. You know why? This is the type of friend I am. The type of friend I am. If we boys, right? We boys. But I'm not only just your boy. I'm also a uncle to the kids. Yo, it's Uncle Punch. It's Uncle Punch. And I know your wife. Bro, do not cheat on your wife on my time, bro. Because I'm cool with the family. I don't want to be in the position where you cheated on your wife and I was like I was the co-signer, I was the facilitator, I was the security, I was the one that helped you. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't put me in that position. If I am the friend of the family, I don't want to be in that position. I keep it real, bro. I don't give a damn how you my best friend, and you gonna do your wife. But if I know your wife and I'm the friend of I don't want to be in that position. Just don't do it on my time, my brother. Because I want everybody to respect me. I want her to keep and when I'm a friend like this. If my boy has a problem with his wife, right? If my boy has a problem with his wife and they're going through a breakup, I'm a neutral guy because I'm also a friend of the family. I'm also like, I know the kids know me. They look up to, you know what I'm saying? We spend holidays together. We give each other's calls. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person that want to bring them back together. I remember one of my boys, his wife kicked him out the house, and I said, "Yo, you're not boyfriend and girlfriend no more, man. You kicking him out. That's immaturity stuff because you don't like something. You get the house now. Now you letting him that he is less than. He's not the king of the house. He's not the head of the house. He's not this. He's not that. Kicking people now. Now you don't do that no more. You got to work thing out. Yo, I've been in those positions. I'm real like that. I'm real like that. Now. If I know that she's not for you, and it's just a little fling. Like if I was Papoose' friend and Papoose would tell me, "Hey, yo, bro, look at this chick and stuff like that. Yo, I'm about to slide off." I said, "Yo, my man, go ahead, slide off and shit like that." If they call me, I tell them that you went home early or something like that. And you fell asleep and you got tips and I took you home and whatever, and stuff. But Papoose like his woman very. Donald, it looks like that. That's how, you know what? That should have been a question. That should have been a question that Charlamagne the God should have asked Papoose. Yo, Papoose, do you like masculine women? But not only masculine, like that, because there's women out there that could be athletic, right? Athletic. That's not mass, that's athletic. That's a woman that want to stay in shape. But a woman that like to talk that does male occupation and then talk like a dude and very brashy and stuff like that. Like, to be honest, bro, I'm sorry, bro. I don't know. Maybe there's other men that like that shit, but I can't be with a woman that got a mouth like Clarissa Shields, bro. I don't even want to be with a woman that got the reputation like Clarissa Shields. I can't handle that mouth, bro. I don't know how other men, maybe because it's coaches, the ghetto, and like I be real. I can't be with a woman that talks to me like a dude, bro. Like, yo, my nigga, you crazy, nigga. You fucking get the fuck out of here, nigga. I don't. No matter what I see, mujer, don't talk to me like that, my bro. Get out of here, bro. I don't like that type, bro. No, I don't like that type. You crazy? I don't like that. No. Yo, that's one thing that man really don't like. No. We don't like that. We don't like that. We don't handle. No. It's eso no. No. I'm sorry. I'd rather have a woman that doesn't have an opinion. I'm sorry. That's what happens with age. I don't like to be combative. Yo, the worst thing is when you combative with your significant other. You know why that mouth right there won't even put my pee up. I don't care how good looking you are. You got a mouth like Clarissa Shields, my pee will shrink. I'll never see the light of an erection ever again if I was with a woman like Clarissa Shields. I'll never be erect. I think there's something is wrong with my thing. Donald say like Alicia Baumgartner, she's athletic, but she's a feminine and I'm masculine. Yeah. And she carry herself well. You know what I'm saying? Yo, sometimes there are, I'm not gonna say ugly. Ugly is a bad word, right? Ugly is a bad word. I'm a believer in God. But there's such thing as universal attraction. Right? Like when everybody knows, come on, that is a beauty. Damn, that's a nice body. That's a nice face. There is a such thing as universal attraction. Let's be real, let's be honest, right? I don't want to hear no, I don't like that. That's not my kind. There is such thing as beauty. Even girls, because women know how to do it more with each other. Like a woman will compliment another woman more than a man will compliment another man. A man will compliment another dude's gear, another dude's shoes, another dude's car, another dude's watch. You know what I'm saying? Another dude's cap, sneakers. But dudes usually don't compliment dudes' face for say, ese tigre bonito. Girls do that, right? They just more open to do it. You know what I'm saying? At an old age, I could say, yo, that dude is well put together. That dude could get shit. Yo, you GQ. Yo, you a pretty boy, my brother. You know what I'm saying? But girls do that more, right? Alicia Baumgartner, for an athletic woman, for a boxer, especially a boxer, right? She's a very attractive woman. She has a universal attraction that any man around the world, they would say this woman is attractive. Just like that track and field star from Poland, right? There's a universal attraction. Clarissa Shields. It's not that she's fully on. I'm gonna tell you like this. If Clarissa Shields had the attitude of Amanda Serrano, you will see the beauty in Clarissa Shields. If she had the attitude, the character, the personality like an Alicia Baumgartner, you know what I'm saying? Like you sometimes you could see the baddest physical attractive women, but if they talk in a certain way or the unattractive comes out, it don't matter. How many times you've seen an attractive woman that she open up her mouth? And the same thing goes vice versa. Men, women will see an attractive man, and then he opens up his mouth and probably highly disrespectful to women and be like, it's a thing that is ugly, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like girls one day will be like, yo, Chris Brown looked good, and then he beats up on allegedly beats up Rihanna, and then he's an ugly. Yeah, I don't mean that. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes action also make you look ugly. Forget about the physical attraction, right? Actions make you look ugly. You compliment a man today, you a mook. This is error. Yeah. That's not short form. So like I could look at it. Yo, that dude is that dude gave chicks. Yo, I'm right. Hey, yo, you're looking great. You look in great shape. Yo, when I see put it this way, I seen Showbiz the adult in Madison Square Garden. I say, yo, my brother, you looking in great shape, my brother. Hey, yo, keep doing what you're doing, my brother. You looking in incredible shape. See, I could say that because I'm secure with myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm secure with myself. But they could see the other, yo, damn, he lost weight. Damn, he looking great. Man, he's motivating and stuff like that. They don't want to say that. Men don't, man, it's like a I don't know why. Yo, just got off work tapping in. Pause. Smash that like button. I think that we doing the recap. Let me see. We got the pictures. 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 Where we at? So let's run it down right quick. This weekend of boxing. Yes, boxing. Boxing was alive and well. Everybody was talking about boxing. We got Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. We got Anderson beating up Woodley. We had Andrew Tate. We had Ferguson. You know what I'm saying? We had Alicia Baumgartner doing her thing, dropping her opponent. Alicia Baumgartner did her thing. And you know that, fighters like Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, twilight of their career. You know what I'm saying? We don't know how long they're going to stay, but now I think the torch is getting passed. The torch. Layla Ali has given Alicia Baumgartner the torch, and I think that Amanda Serrano giving the torch when she's ready to go, giving the torch because MVP and most valuable promotions and women boxing is alive and well because of the sacrifices of Amanda Serrano, the belief in Jake Paul and Nakisa. But she's she's the one that set the tone. She's the one that's that's helping sign these women and stuff like that. Alicia Baumgartner is the primary, with Alicia Baumgartner being the face of boxing after Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor, and stuff like that. Women boxing is going to be okay. Women boxing is going to be all right because this is what women boxing needs. This is what women boxing needs, ladies and gentlemen. Boxing is a male dominant sport. right? Boxing is a male dominant sport. It's very, very hard to convince male sports fan to watch females doing what the men do. And that's just the reality of it. Like, you're not gonna convert every NBA male fan to a WNBA. It doesn't matter how great you shoot. It doesn't matter how good you dribble. You're not gonna transition a bunch of men to watch the WNBA. That's just the facts. You're not gonna watch female hockey. You're not gonna watch the softball World Series. You're not. Just because you're a baseball fan. It's hard to convince male sports fan to be entertained with the same sport with women. It's hard for women boxing. But let me tell you that attraction, it's an element to lure in the men in the sport of boxing. It is what it is. The men, I'm telling you what men may not tell you, because they don't want to seem like, you only like me because I look good. Hold on. Let me take this picture out of the way. I'm going to keep it real. We got to keep it real. The reason why men in the sport of boxing appreciate Alicia Baumgartner is because she's good, she's entertaining, she knocks out and knocks down her opponent, and she's attracted. The reason why Ann Wolfe wasn't all that to men, couldn't be the face of women boxing, because she was butchy. Let's just be real. Let's be honest. Let's call it for what it is. She's a dyke, and men are not into dykes. They could be equally as good. Layla Ali could be equally as good as Ann Wolfe, but Layla Ali will get the benefit of the doubt because she's also bringing an element that's going to lure the men into watching her outside of her last name. Because I think that she superseded her last name. She did her thing. She just wasn't like Nico Ali. Layla Ali made her mark because of Layla Ali. Not because of Muhammad Ali, because of Layla Ali. Alicia Baumgartner is what women boxing needs. Entertainment value. Why do you think Ronda Rousey was the shit in the UFC? Why Nunes, even by what Nunes beating Ronda Rousey, why Nunes can't be as big as Ronda Rousey? You know why? Because Ronda Rousey is not pajara. She likes men. For a fighter, she's well put together. When she wear her dress, she did an interview and she was entertaining. You got to bring all that element for men to appreciate women combat fighting. If you butchy and good, men is not going to gravitate. Remember, this is a gentleman's sport. Men, the only time that men see women in boxing outside of the Oscar de la Hoya days was a woman carrying the round cards and going around. Que buena te la dije, la Tecate girls. That's who men are into in boxing. The Tecate girls, the Corona girls, the Henneken girls, that's the truth. Well, guess what? Alicia Baumgartner brings in the image of the car girl that could F somebody, that could F another girl up. Sugar Nicks is attractive. Amanda Serrano was attractive. Alicia Baumgartner is attractive. They bring it. Why you think people like Ebony Bridges? At least Ebony Bridges, she's keeping it real. She knows. Why you think a lot of these girls now with lingeries? Because it lures the men. And then when you lure the men, vicariously, the men think they could get you. That, you understand what I'm trying to say? It's a psychological thing. It's almost like when you see a bunch of women in a Chris Brown concert or Michael Jackson back in the days. They like them because the image is that they could get them. That's a part of liking them and being a fan at the same time when it comes to male liking a female athlete or art. It's also sexually driven. Let's be real, let's be honest. It's also sexually driven. That's the way that you market. Looks matter. Yes, looks matter. Whoever tells you that looks don't matter, you know what I'm saying, is lying to you. Let's be real. Looks matter. The looks of Alicia Baumgartner matters. It does. It matters. And especially in a sport of boxing in which weight is a thing. We look at how you cut weight. Can you make weight? You know what I'm saying? So physical appearance is very, very important as in the sport and for fans. That's why on Friday, they have a ceremony of the weigh-in ceremony. So the way that you look, the way that you're in shape, how much you weigh is highly important. You think I'm going to tell you like this. Anthony Joshua is well put together. Anthony Joshua Tyson Fury could be a better boxer, but Anthony Joshua looks apart. That's selling. If you have a product, do you want Tyson Fury to sell your product or you want Anthony Joshua to sell your product? If you got a shampoo company, if you got a deodorant company, if you have a dumbbell company, if you have any company, who do you want that person, who you want to get to represent, who you want to endorse to represent and have a commercial with your company so it could sell? Looks matter. Character matters. That's why Amanda Serrano got a lot of endorsements. Ladies and gentlemen, if I was a girl and they have an endorsement of a shampoo, if Finesse had Clarissa Shields to endorse shampoo, I'm never gonna buy that shampoo. I won't buy that shampoo for my daughter. Am I lying? Let me know if I'm lying. Am I being real, or the truth is just uncomfortable? Because you could be mad about the truth. It's okay. You could be mad about the truth. You could be mad about the truth. Bro, what the hell was that with Tate? I don't know, man. But look what we're talking about this week. Andrew Tate, Dean the Great, and Jake Paul was the talk of the week. Andrew Tate, Dean the Great, and Jake Paul took over boxing this week. In a week that Terrence Bud Crawford retired. Ladies and gentlemen, that's like saying in the NBA, LeBron James announced retirement, bro. If LeBron James announced retirement right now, ESPN, the whole week, they'll be talking about, they'll be having segments, debates all week long, bro. Am I right or wrong? If LeBron James retire right now, on a Monday, there will be shows from 7 a.m. to 12 to damn 12 a.m. Like that, 24/7. They do a show, the debate show. Is he better than Michael Jordan? Is he the greatest of all time? They have a GOAT show. They're going to go through all the years of what he's done every single day. Terrence Bud Crawford got one day. We got now we talking about Dean the Great disrespecting Vargas' mother. We have Andrew Tate back in the ring. Andrew Tate is very in the conspiracy theory community. That's a large community. And we have Jake Paul. And then they say boxing is dying. No. Prize fighting is alive and well. You got to thank these guys. The Misfits is going to be bigger than ever. Bare knuckle fighting by 2027, mark my words, by 2027. If in 2026, All these fights that I said earlier do not come through fruition. I'm talking about the relevant names versus the relevant names. I'm talking about we're going to have Tio versus Shakur to start off the year. Great. We got to have Boots versus Virgil in March. We got to have Ryan Garcia versus Devin the Dream Haney, the rematch. We got to see Gervonta Tank Davis fight the winner of Tio or Shakur or Devin and Ryan. We need the AJ versus Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder versus Usyk. We need the names versus the names. The names versus the names. If we don't have that by the whole 2026, 2027, mark my words, I said this last year, bare knuckle fighting. Bare knuckle fighting will be just as much as a sport as boxing. They'll go like this. They'll go like this. Right now, where bare knuckle needs is really really star. You got Mike Perry, but Mike Perry, see what happened with Mike Perry. Mike Perry, when he went to fight Jake Paul, lost his aura. If he would never fought Jake Paul and then would have kept on going with his run, Mike Perry would have been the guy. Everybody would have been saying, "Yo, we need to see Mike Perry versus Conor McGregor." If Conor McGregor does one fight. See, I think that Conor McGregor, who's a part owner of bare knuckle, he needs to do what Michael Jordan did when he came out of retirement and played for the Washington Wizards. If Conor McGregor has one fight in bare knuckle, it's going to take off to the roof. It's going to take off. Conor McGregor versus Paulie Malignaggi. Make the fight. If in 2026, these guys don't fight each other, Tay be looking nice versus guys Clarissa can beat up. Clarissa versus is not going to be big because for its one rematch. You know why it's not going to be? I'm going to be honest. Let's be honest. Donald Banks, let's be honest all the way. Franchon Crew DeJean. I like the way she talks. She's very, very classy. Very, very classy. You ain't never met a man that said, damn, Crew DeJean una buena, que sexy. Same thing for Clarissa Shields. And it's a rematch. If Crew DeJean, I'm going to say it like this. If Franchon Crew DeJean say what's real in the promos and stop kissing ass with your best friend and no disrespect, stop being nice. Stop being nice. If Crew DeJean, I believe that Crew DeJean is married. I think I've seen her with her husband in one of these fights. I'm not sure if they're together, but I think that she's married. Crew DeJean. She's a very, very classy lady. If Crew DeJean says, "Hey, yo, Clarissa, my life is both put together. I'm highly respected. I got a husband and I'm a wife. You a side piece. You would have married." Yo, if she dogs her in promotion, it will sell. She don't even got a dog her. Just tell her the truth. Just tell Clarissa Shields the truth. All Franchon Crew DeJean has to go by all the things. All she got to do is go online and see the heavily criticism of Clarissa Shields. And in promo, just say the same thing that many of her of the criticism of Clarissa Shields are saying. And boom. You know why nobody's talking about that press conference? Because everybody knows that y'all friends. Everybody seen y'all already fight. Y'all fought 3 times in the amateurs. And the sex appeal is not there. There's no edginess in that fight. Crew DeJean in her press conference is saying that I got to prove to y'all. Y'all think that I'm not this, and y'all think. No, you don't got to prove it to us nothing. Franchon Crew, you got to prove to the girl that beat you 4 times in your life. Look at her. Don't get mad at reporters. Don't get frustrated with reporters and what you got to prove to us and stuff like that. We know that you're a good fighter. We know you're a good fighter. We know that you're a good champion. Stop being nice to her and prove to her that you can, that the girl that whooped your ass 4 times, that you can whoop her. Tell it to her face. Don't look at the people, the reporters. You're going to turn off the reporters off. Because let me say it like this. I'm not losing my Saturday for no Clarissa Shields versus Crew de Jean. I'll lose my Saturday. I will sacrifice my Saturday for Clarissa Shields versus Shadeja Green. I'll lose my Saturday for that. I'll be like, you know what, kids, we might not go to the families, to grandma and grandpa and stuff like that. I'm staying home. I'm gonna watch this fight. Am I right or wrong? No, you give me Clarissa Shields versus Shadeja Green. And I'm not saying that a Crew de Jean doesn't deserve a fight. What I'm saying, I already seen it before. We already seen you fight her 4 times. And we know that this is a favorite fight. It's a favorite fight. And guess what? Clarissa Shields will go and have to do all the promos outside of the sport of boxing. Because there's going to be a lot of people going to watch. I think there's going to be people that's going to watch this fight just to clown her in a way, whatever. He said, yeah, but that criticism got nothing to do with boxing. So what? That's promo, my brother. You think that, yo, Armin, you think that Bernal Hopkins dropping the Puerto Rican flag has anything to do with boxing? No, that's just boxing. It is what it is, man. American sports fans, whether we like it or not, is unfortunate. We're not like other people around the country. We're not morally inclined. We like chaos, drama, negativity, controversial, right? That's our pitch. That's our selling pitch in America. We want to see the downfall of something great. That's what it is. Why you think people, Floyd Mayweather, if Floyd Mayweather was from the UK, if Floyd Mayweather was from Japan, like Naoya Inoue, man, everybody would love him. No, we want to see them fall. We will compare today's great with yesterday's great to downplay today's great. That's the selling pitch. That's America's business model. Controversial, division, toxic, all the bad thing you could think of. That's how we sell. Where do you think a divide and conquer comes from? Yeah, that's our selling pitch. That's our selling pitch. Why you think a lot of people were saying, yo, man, that fucking Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, press conference kind of boring? Because you know what they like? They wanted them to talk shit to each other, like Keyshawn Davis and Richardson Hitchens. More people. Yo, I made my videos. I had more videos. I had more views on Keyshawn Davis and Richardson Hitchens going back and forth on Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson's time. Because they were too nice. Not too nice, but if there's a press conference, it's to sell. Sell the fight. Sell it. Sell it. Sell it. Even though that fight is already selling, but that's what people wanted. I didn't really care that much, but I understand what people was talking about in terms of, all right, it wasn't, I think, put it this way. I think more people was expecting more out of Tio because Tio knew how to promote the fight in Times Square. He was very talkative. He was the one that actually promoted the whole event. So people was expecting Tio to really be the anchor in promoting the fight. Shout out to Teofimo Lopez Sr. He did his thing. But yeah, man, boxing is alive. Prize fighting is alive and well. 1 hour. Tio did carry the last event he did. So we 1 hour and 34 minutes. Not one donation, not one super chat, not one person became a member to the channel today. So I have to be I have to value my time, my sleep, and stuff like that. So I gave you my time, I gave you my energy, my delivery. You know what I'm saying? We don't ask for much, but the support is not reciprocated. So tomorrow we back live again. Love y'all. God bless, and on to the next.